Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to talk about two stocks that have option contracts opportunities that may explode over 100% plus, and we're going to talk it all down in the charts, break it all down, also what is the thesis behind it and what's the strategy. And if you guys want to learn about everything that I share and the strategy that I teach for the A+ setups to find opportunities within the volatility and maximize in either direction, check out the link down below in the description. And we could see here Coinbase. This is the first stock we're going to break down. And in today's volatility, we could see it was pulling downwards after trying to run up in the pre-market. And it wasn't the only stock falling and trying to come back up into the close. You have the SPY here that was falling all day and the QQQ. So it was the overall markets falling, and in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator at 6:35 a.m. And from that moment forward, it did not get canceled by a bull indicator until 3:45 p.m., trying to come back up here into the close, and it lasted nearly all day, and put options went up over 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive the clarity and edge that you deserve, check out the link down below in the description and top pinned comment to join the members using 42 Vision, maximizing in either direction within the volatility, whether stocks are going up or going down. So when we go ahead and come back here and look at Coinbase, right? Coinbase stock is actually sitting here and trying to hold up above the 307 area and bouncing off of it. Now, in the last 2 days, it's been pushing back up from down here below 300 at 294, but it had recent earnings, it fell, and now it has found a support, and it's coming to retest up here near 317, and it rejected it, and it's sitting at 311 going into tomorrow. Now we're seeing Coinbase here do a full transition as well on 42 Vision, and if it's your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 Vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts, from our white with red borders to bright green bars. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as extra layers of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with Coinbase doing higher lows, guys. This is the most important thing to not ignore here, the higher lows starting the staircase effect. And then on top of that, the amount of volume that's coming in after finding a floor, and now it's coming back up to a key level of support and resistance. If this gets broken through anything above 317, 320, things can start to accelerate pretty quickly to 324 and all the way up towards the 330 to 340 area. And this is what we're looking at here right now. When we go ahead and pull up the bull and bear indicators, on the 30-minute, a bear indicator popped up. That needs to quickly get canceled. But on the 1 hour, we have a bull indicator that popped up today. And in the volatility of the lower time frames, even though they're under bear indicators, as long as this bull indicator is holding and we see it roll over into the 2 hour as it is, and then the larger time frames, every single volatile pullback may just be the setup before the next bull run. For as long as the larger time frames are holding up these bull indicators, and in the lower ones we want it to align, but that's just volatility, right? The 15-minute may also have one here as well. We see the 30-minute, but when we pull up the 15-minute, there's a bear indicator there as well. And then let's see if the 5-minute momentum has begun. There you have it, a bull indicator. So if the 5-minute can roll over into the 15-minute and 30-minute, we already have the 1 hour and 2 hour confirming bull indicators, and that is something to watch here going into tomorrow. And the first thing is that we've done a full transition, there's strength here, and we're slightly below where things actually sat flat before falling lower. And now if we could break out above this, there's a lot of area to retest based off inflow versus outflow as well. And when we come over to the options chain for Coinbase, you can see it there, Coinbase and its options, the 327.50 really stands out to me. There's multiple call options here on the options chain that stand out to me, like this one right here as well. You also have this one up here at 320, and then you have the 335 and the 332.50 that are looking very, very interesting based off the options chain, the volume, and everything going on here. But the 327.50 really stood out to me. The volume was 5,748 compared to its previous open interest. And then it's also sitting at around 420 to 450 right now at the close. And if things were to start to rapidly start to push up, this can move up one or two places pretty quickly on this options chain. All it takes is just a few dollars, about $4 to $5, and it'll be up two or three places on the options chain. Now, when we go ahead and look at it here, this strong bull indicator, and we can break out above 318, then comes 320, and then the 324 area. That is a key level up here to not ignore, where things kind of sat flat. And then 325, and then if that gets broken through, well, then there's room between 330 to 340 based off that drop there back on the date of earnings, and the big drop that slowly slowed down before going lower. So we're back under a bull indicator, canceling out that bear indicator from 380, and the amount of volume really caught my attention. So definitely something to watch. If this were to pull back a little bit and this bull indicator continues to hold, that is something to not ignore. It could be a divergence, especially if inflows stay above. And if the momentum starts to pick up going into tomorrow, that is definitely an option I would not ignore. Now, we also have here LLY. It's another stock here with explosive opportunity to the upside if these options go ahead and accelerate on the chart's momentum, right? The chart's momentum definitely needs to pick up, and these options can follow. And we're going to take a look at here in their options chain what happened on Lilly.
Welcome to the community. We're excited to have you with us and can't wait for you to dive in. Over the next few days, you'll gain full access to powerful tools, strategies, and insights designed to elevate your trading journey, whether you're just getting started or already experienced in the markets. If you're new to investing, we've got step-by-step video guides to help you build confidence and take action. For seasoned traders, we offer advanced strategies and real-time market insights to help you fine-tune your edge and grow your portfolio. Our goal is simple: to save you time, simplify your charts, and help you spot high-probability trades faster. In this strategy breakdown, we'll show you exactly how to use our indicators and methods to find A-plus setups with clarity and confidence. Let's get started.
So when we take a look at Lilly here, it's under a bear indicator on the 1 hour, and if we go down to the 30-minute, same thing. We need a bull indicator to pop up to justify any strength to the upside, and we're not talking about here on the 5-minute or the 15-minute, right? Because it's popped up and it's gotten canceled, and on the 15-minute, we still haven't even seen a bull indicator since the last bear indicator here at around 674. So that's definitely something I will be watching going into tomorrow's pre-market, unless this one ends up gapping up. That's something to not ignore, but if it sits flat or pulls back a little bit, it's something to not overlook here, that it's still under bear indicators, but we want to see inflows trying to pick up underneath, and that's something that can create a hidden divergence. But when we go over to the options chain, and this is where it gets interesting, you have options chain strikes getting hit that had zero. When I say zero, I mean zero open interest. No one owned any of it, okay? And this stock fell, and they're coming in heavy here, the 657 and a half, 655. You also have down here 665, right? You go all the way down to 670, right? You have that coming in as well. You have here also 675 coming in with volume. And when we go over to the chart, this stock dropped just from the open to the bottom lows nearly $45 plus, and on the day $105. So all it takes just a few placements up for these option contracts to start to accelerate, and they can go up anywhere from 50% plus to even 100% plus if this moves up. For example, it's sitting here at 640, and the options, we're sitting there in yesterday's volatility. For example, this one right here, the 670 calls at 555 right there at the mark. That's the last price. It's between 530 and 565. There's a little bit of a option spread there, but that's typically normal. But the middle and the mark is 555. If this were to just go up about $5, it'll go from right there all the way up to 650, and that right there is about 20%. And then the 50% and plus starts to accelerate if this were to move $10, because it could end up being somewhere around this area of pricing, right, per contract, from 550 all the way up to $7 or even $8 plus. But it all comes down to the size of the move. This stock dropped $45. All it takes to make that type of move is $10, $15 from where we're at right now. Now, this is all my opinion, and hypothetically speaking, nothing guaranteed, or any past results or movements guarantees that that's what's going to happen the next time, right? It moves, right? Because just because it dropped $45 doesn't mean that once a bull indicator pops up, it's going to move up $45 or $10 or $15. That's not guaranteed, but this is what we're looking for. We're looking for these setups and opportunities that have found a floor, or at least they're trying to find a support here, and they're trying to test key resistance levels. And you're seeing the fight here. The resistance is 647, and the floor here of support was 635. So as long as we don't go back towards 635 and we break through 647 and bull indicators start to pop up, it's definitely something to start watching. Now, this one's a lot riskier, and they all bring their risks, but this one specifically, because even though all that volume's coming in, which is interesting, and it really caught my attention, this bear indicator on the 30-minute, for as long as it stays, if it does not get canceled, and even the one on the 1 hour, the volatility movement of bull indicators are not justifying any of the moves to the upside, because the larger time frames are still in effect. It can actually find a resistance here anywhere between 650 to 659, or all the way up towards 659 to 680, and quickly reject right back down, especially if these bear indicators are still holding up. So that's something to not overlook in the possibility of the momentum and move. And I'm going to be watching that going into tomorrow. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.